Welcome back to Makeup a Love Story, and today we are doing my January favorites. And so I know I look a little more colorful than normal, but I had some new stuff to play with and I thought I would play with it. So today I am wearing the Paulina palette on my eyes, and hopefully I'll get to play with it a little bit more and it'll be included in my February favorites because I'm loving the purples. And I wanted to tell you about what's on my lips, and so I am actually loving this. I just got to put it on my lips for the first time, but my friend Brittany knew I was having a really bad week, and so this is actually from the new Melt Cosmetics collection, and this is the liquid lip in Earthling, and this is a gorgeous like grayish nude type situation, and I am loving it. So thank you, Brittany, you made my January. I'm loving this color. So that's what I'm wearing today, and so I want to get into my January favorites. But welcome to Makeup a Love Story. If you're new here, thank you for joining my love story, and so welcome, and I hope you want to stay. I am going to talk about some of my monthly favorites, and so let's jump into them. So I did a video about some of my favorite foundations, and I talked about needing to try some new foundations. And one of the things, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it, and if you're not yet subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you like this video, leave some comments too. But if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. Maybe you'll see some of the foundations that you might want to try, some drugstore ones and some affordable ones. But I talked about some of the foundations that I've kind of abandoned in a way, and so I thought maybe I should go back and try some of these foundations that I've just been letting sit in my drawer. So I picked up my Milk Makeup foundation, and I wore this several times this month, and I still love it. So if you haven't tried the Milk Makeup foundation, give it a go. It just wears effortlessly, and it's just beautiful on the skin. I'm not wearing it today, but I have been loving it this month. I've worn it several times, and it's really easy to wear. It's beautiful, blends well. It only takes a couple of drops of this foundation to do your entire face. I'm in the color medium in this foundation, and I just really like it. So I would definitely suggest wearing it. I probably could go with light medium in this foundation during the winter, but it's really beautiful. So I would definitely suggest checking it out. So that's one of my favorites this month. Is an oldie but a goodie. So if you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not, you should. I'll leave those handles on the screen as well as my Twitter. So go follow me on those. But you would have noticed that I hauled a couple of things this month, and I'm wearing this on my cheeks today, along with my Marc Jacobs bronzer, which I'll show in a minute. But this is the Flower Beauty blush in Wild Rose. Blends out beautifully, is just a natural or can be built up to a bold blush. The Flower Beauty blushes do not disappoint. They're more on the affordable end. They kind of remind me of the Tarte blushes. Just beautiful blushes in general. I think that you will not be disappointed if you pick these up. I would definitely recommend them. So head on out, grab you some Flower Beauty blushes if you have not done so. Sometimes you can catch them on a deal at Ulta where you can maybe buy one, get one half off, something like that. You can also use the $3.50 off coupons when you're buying $15 worth of goodies at Ulta. You can use your points. These are beautiful. Go ahead and swatch that on my skin. It's a beautiful shade. I would definitely recommend. So if I were you, I would hurry up and go pick up some of these. I also have the color Warm Hibiscus that I love in this blush. So it's not my first one, so I knew that I wanted one. Definitely pick that up. So if you are following me, you know that I picked up the Persona palettes. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to hit pan on one of these shades for sure. And it's going to be this one. That is the perfect lid setting shade. And it's called Humble. And it is beautiful. And I'm going to show you. You can set your lid with that perfectly. It is a beautiful color, but these shimmers in here, like, are so amazing. Gold Digger, and then you have Goddess. I'm going to swatch Goddess for you. These are some of the best performing eyeshadows out there, especially this was a palette formulated for brown eyes. Look at Goddess. Guys, I'm in love. I'm so in love with this palette. You can do great warm smoky eyes. You can do so much with this palette. It's a perfect neutral palette, especially for every day. You can do a night out look with it. You can do so much with it. I am in love with it. Definitely a keeper, probably a repurchase if you ever hit pan. Definitely love it. So glad that I picked up that Persona Cosmetics palette. I have worn it at least 3 times since I picked it up. In love. If you notice that I use some of my Christmas gift cards to pick up a Marc Jacobs bronzer, then you're aware. I did not pick up the Omega Fantastic. I picked up Tantric, and it is the perfect shade for me. Love the packaging. Of course, mine's got fingerprints on it. My friend is probably at home gasping that I get mine dirty because she's like, oh my goodness, that is a $50 bronzer. What are you doing getting it dirty? It is gorgeous on the skin. I love it. It looks so beautifully blended out. It's just, it's perfect. It's perfection. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm not regretting this purchase at all. Don't regret spending my Christmas money on it. This Marc Jacobs bronzer is hands down, that and my Give Me Sun by MAC are just my favorite bronzers of life. I had an oops purchase this month, and I was supposed to be getting 2 mascaras to try, and I accidentally got a primer potion instead, and I got the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I have to tell you, I'd never had any interest in trying this, and I'm in love with it. I really enjoy this eyeshadow primer, and if you have never tried it, I do recommend that you try this to prime your eyelids. It's definitely a lot more expensive than other eyeshadow primers. I don't particularly care for eyeshadow primers. I usually use my concealer. It's actually, I don't use my regular concealer. I use the Tarte Shape Tape to conceal, but I normally conceal my eyelids with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. But I will say that the CoverGirl Lid Lockup is a good, affordable option. It's just a little more drying on my eyelids, so I'm not the biggest fan of it as I am the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I do use this one sometimes, just I'll grab for it occasionally, but that Urban Decay Primer Potion is amazing. I have to tell you again that the Cover FX Anti-Aging Primer will always be my favorite primer. They have reformulated their primers, and I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. I do have a backup of this right now, but it's gone, and so I don't know what I'm going to do. But I have tried a couple other primers this month, and that will always be my favorite. So I don't know. I finally found my favorite, and they take it away. So what to do, you know, what is the girl to do? This month I tried a couple different lipsticks, and again, I don't know where my lipstick went that I was going to show you, so I'm not going to show you a lipstick. I am going to show you my lip treatment mask, and it is the Bite Beauty Agave lip mask, and I did a lip video as well about lip recommendations and all about exfoliation. If you haven't watched that video, I recommend that you go watch it. I can't turn this or it will goop out, but this is the best exfoliating lip treatment. I do have some more affordable recommendations in there as well, but this is my favorite. This is the most hydrating, keeps my lips soft, just the best lip mask that I have ever tried. So I would recommend this one for sure. Some other things that I have been loving this month. My skin is finally returning to normal, and I'm so thankful for that. My skin is like, thank you. But one of the things that I tried this month that I had never wanted to try, and I have got to tell y'all, I bought a Origins kit, and I was just like, I'm just going to try these products in here. This is amazing. It's the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask, and it's to clear pores, and it just kind of helps get rid of impurities, and it got my skin back on track, and I could tell it in one use, but I've used it a couple of times. This stuff is another holy grail item from Origins. You let it dry after you apply it, and then you wash it off, and it helps rid your skin of just those impurities. It is an amazing charcoal mask from Origins. You need it in your life. I will purchase the bigger one when I run out of this one. Origins makes some amazing skincare products. They did a great job with this one. So good job to Origins on this, I've got to say. Then I got a sample of the Bumble and Bumble dry shampoo. I am purchasing the big one in this. You know, you say all dry shampoos, you know, you talk about Batiste, and this is the most amazing dry shampoo. And if you have dark hair, this will not leave a white cast. This actually soaks up the oils. The next day you still kind of feel clean. This is the best dry shampoo. It smells amazing. I loved this dry shampoo, and I do not really necessarily care for dry shampoos, but I actually liked this dry shampoo. I don't have to wash my hair every day. It takes a while for my hair to normally get greasy, but this one was amazing. This was just a really good dry shampoo, so I would definitely recommend it to anybody who's looking for a really good dry shampoo. It is on the expensive side. I do like the Batiste dry shampoo for dark hair, but all in all, I would recommend this for sure. When I normally will say that all micellar water is micellar water typically, except I don't necessarily care for the Garnier micellar water, but I picked up a Botanics Hydration Burst with Clary and Sage 3-in-1 micellar water for dehydrated and sensitive skin from Ulta, and this is amazing, and I have only been using it a couple of days. This stuff feels great on your skin. This is what the bottle looks like, and it's amazing. If you guys are in Ulta and looking for a new micellar water, or need to go online, it's made by Botanics. It feels so good on your skin. You know, I've been having some issues with my skin. This stuff feels so good. It doesn't cause any breakouts. I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving this. I have recently started a new face wash as well that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to post an Instagram story as long as I'm still having some great skin. So I'll be talking about that soon. Stay tuned. Keeping in line with my skincare, I decided to go back on a retinol or a retinoid, and this is the Ordinary Retinoid in 2% emulsion. I ordered this one from Sephora just because I was on there doing another order, and so I went ahead and grabbed this and love it. My skin is clearing up. It's looking great. Love it. Love the Ordinary. You know I do. So I'm amazed constantly by their products. If you need a retinoid or a retinol, I would definitely recommend checking this one out because it's so much cheaper than other ones. Of course, I am going to try that drunk elephant one very soon. But this one so far is doing a great job on my skin. I'm using it regularly, not having any problems. So one item that I have been testing out, I'm wearing it on my lashes today, and I'm really liking it. The only thing, it's more expensive, and if you take a nap, they will smudge together. They will definitely clump together, and I don't have that with my Perversion mascara if I take a nap. So be warned, if you fall asleep, these will clump together. But it is the Caution Mascara from Hourglass. This stuff is really good. Definitely pricey, but really good. I mean, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. So Perversion is definitely getting a run for its money, but I still love my Perversion. Still gonna wear my Perversion, but it's definitely getting a run for its money. Another item that I have been loving this month is the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. Good stuff, y'all. It's really good stuff. Clean your brushes. I gotta clean some of mine. I cleaned them last week. Got to clean them this week. It's the life. But that's really good for daily use to get the color off, so I do keep it here to do that. My Miracle perfume, I have been loving this. Spraying it in the morning before I go to work. I smell it all day long. My husband got in my car the other day, put the seatbelt on, got out, and said he was smelling me all over him. This stuff is so good. You smell it all day long. The Lancome Miracle perfume. If you are interested in a very feminine, almost, I don't know how to describe it. It's a very sophisticated scent. It's very, you know, it's a boss scent. It's sophisticated. It's not floral. It's just, it's Lancome. It's definitely a Lancome fragrance. So that's just how I can know how to describe it. It's beautiful. I'm not even sure what the notes in here are. I'll try to put them on the screen if I can remember to do that, but it's a beautiful fragrance and I'm loving it. So I do want to give you a couple of things that did not work for me. One of them was a Lancome product, and that was the Tintadol foundation. I returned it, and so I looked like the Wicked Witch of the West with my foundation just melting off of my face by the end of the day. And I don't even know, that's never happened, and people compare it to the Double Wear foundation, which I wear every day. So I don't know what happened. I read some reviews on Sephora, and another person who has normal to dry skin had the exact same experience. So I don't know if just something in my skin did not mix well with that foundation. Maybe it was the primer. I don't know, but it did not mix with my chemistry. And it literally was breaking up on my skin, and I can't do it. So I returned it. I did pick up the Peach Perfect foundation, but because my skin has been so reactive lately, I decided that I'm going to hold off. I've tried it a couple times, but I'm going to hold off on wearing it with my regular primer until my skin is completely healed and I can test it one day with my regular primer. So then I don't know if my skin has been reactive to the Truth Serum or not, but I have taken the Ulla Henriksen Truth Serum out of my skincare regimen because I've had so many breakouts around my chin area and on my forehead, because I'd never had a vitamin C in my skincare, and I think this may have been another contributing factor in it. And so I did take this out of my skincare regimen, so I don't know. I may add this back at some point, but for right now, I just don't think this is working for me. I did notice that I started breaking out after I added this, so I don't think this is working for my skin. So I did take this out for now. I don't think it's a product that necessarily worked for me. I do want to show you, I love this eye pencil from Urban Decay. It's the color, I have no idea. Oh well, I have no idea. One of them's a more bronzy color, one of them's a more golden color. So these come in that Hex Remedy kit that you can get on the Ulta website. This one's Starfire, and this one is Space Dust. Okay, Space Dust is beautiful. Starfire is horrible. This will not go in your waterline to save your life. FYI, major fail. Just saying. If anybody else has had a different experience, let me know. But this, you sharpen it and it might work for a second and then it just won't go in your waterline. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So those are kind of my favorites and fails for the month of January. I hope that you are all having a beautiful month, beautiful January. I'm so glad that January is almost over. My son has been sick. It's just been kind of a rough month. And so yeah, I'm hoping for a beautiful, beautiful February. Hoping that now that the government shutdown is coming to an end, everybody can get back to work and we can all have a beautiful rest of the year. And I hope that you're all enjoying your love story and that you like, subscribe, follow me on all my social medias. And don't forget that I do have some giveaways that are either going on or about to start. And yeah, just leave me some comments and tell me what your likes and dislikes for the month were. And so enjoy your love story, and until next time.